Handing out resumes left and right but can't get employers to call you back? Been there, done that. That's why by the end of this video, I'm going to show you the perfect corporate resume format to get employers to call you back. For the best and honest business and finance advice, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you're notified when I post a video every Wednesday. This resume template is the one that helped me get not one, but 2 job offers when I was a senior college student. And now it's your turn to get that job. But before even writing your resume, I want you to first write down every single job experience you've ever had. It doesn't matter how silly you think it might seem, write it down. The reason we do this is to get you thinking through all of your job experiences. Please include school clubs, volunteer experiences, internships, part-times, every single job experience you ever had. Write it down because trust me, it is important. The second thing we're gonna do is write down the impact we had in those experiences. Now, this is probably the most important part of your entire resume. Employers want your resume to be impact driven. So before even writing it down, it's easier if you write down first your job experiences and then side by side what you did that created an impact. Let me give you an example. In my junior and senior year of college, I worked as a sitter. I would pick up 2 little kids from school, take them to daycare, and sit them on weekends. I was probably in the same boat you are in right now. What impact did I have? How do I leverage my babysitting job to show employers that I had the skills and characteristics that they were looking for? After all, I was just a babysitter. Well, one of my kids was really bad at writing. And by really bad, I mean he would write outside of the lines, which would lead to bad grades and awkward conversations with his teachers. So using reverse psychology, I got him to start writing pretty, and this led to good grades and less conversations with his teachers because he was actually doing his job in the way that he had to do it. Now that's a positive impact that I highlighted in my resume. And this was one of my talking points interviewers were really interested in because it not only showed that I have a lot of patience, it also showed that I have negotiating skills. And you might be thinking, where are the negotiating skills? Well, it shows that 1, I know how to identify a problem. In this instance, you might think it's because he was not writing inside of the lines, but the real problem was that he didn't care about his grades. And secondly, it shows that I have good problem solving skills. If you have an experience that you don't think is super impressive, or you think, I might not include that because employers are not gonna like it, don't think that. Instead, think about the experiences you had in that job and think about the skills you acquired and used and leverage that in your resume. I want to hear from you, so comment down below what are some of your go-to topic points at interviews. I'm excited to see what you guys say. Now that you've really thought about your previous experiences and their impacts, it's time to write your resume. Now I'm going to share my screen and show you exactly what that looks like. Okay, so let's get started. Meet Taylor. Now Taylor is an up-and-coming social media marketer and wants to go to social media marketing. So we're going to go through Taylor's resume and talk about it. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to look at is the actual formatting. It looks nice. It looks clean. It is 1 page long. Resumes should never be more than 1 page. People who've had 30 years of experience stick to 1. So you should too. Okay, so we have Taylor's name. We have Taylor's address, phone number, and email. Please note that the email is professional sounding. So you don't want to put an email that you made when you were like 10 years old that says Mia loves Jesse at gmail.com. You don't want that. You want a professional email that recognizes who you are. So an email that has your name is perfect. Okay, so going forward, we start with the education. So she goes to Florida State University and she put her expected graduation date. This is super important. Even if you haven't graduated, add it. And if you did graduate, then you just put the date that you graduated. And then, so Taylor has a bachelor's in business administration and she studies marketing and she has her GPA. She works for Marketing Friends. It's her student organization, and she has it under the university title, and she's the vice president. So here's where we start with the impact that she made. So she oversaw a team of 12 people and acted as a team leader for fundraisers, investor meetings, and other crucial organization activities. So please see here that her
impact is not really like an outcome based. Instead, she did say that she managed 12 people, that she acted as a team lead for all these crucial organization things, and this is important. The more details you can add to your resume, the better. She furnished marketing strategy workshops to small businesses. So this is explaining what the organization does. So this is also good to include. So she did workshops for small businesses and startups, catered towards helping them grow their business by creating a unique action plan regarding their marketing position. That's awesome. So what does your company do? Oh, so I make workshops, educational workshops for small businesses and startups. And the outcome is that they have a marketing plan at the end of it. And then the last one is provide confidential marketing coaching services. So not every single bullet point has to be like impact, outcome based, but you can have a mixture of both. You need the mixture of both. Not all of them can be like this, where it's just information being provided. So it says here that she's self-employed. She has where she works. She has her role name. And she has the date. And please notice that the dates are in order. So this one's from 2018 to present. This one's from this summer. But then the present one goes first because that's what she still works on. And this is pretending that we're not in a pandemic, by the way. And then we have 2017 as her last one. So your job experiences always go in chronological order. So let's read her resume. Okay, so she said child care provider. Now I wanted to add this little snippet. This is inspired by my own resume when I wrote that I was a babysitter. This is what I did, and recruiters absolutely loved it because instead of calling myself a babysitter, I called myself a child care provider, which is true. I was. So what did I do? I led 2 children from school to daycare in addition to caring for them on evenings. And then I said, control and maintain a positive environment, act as a mediator for conflict resolution whenever needed. Again, negotiating skills. So I didn't specifically say, I helped my kid write pretty, but I did put a conflict resolution in there. So when recruiters asked me about it because they just loved this experience, I would bring that story up. Okay, so then we have an internship. Now, please notice that the internship is formatted a little different. So we have the work that she did at the internship and then her summer project. So a lot of internships will have a project. If it is impactful, then you should add it separate to your experience. I have friends who don't do this, who just push it all together. But personally, I did it this way, and it worked very, very well because my project in my internship was super impactful. It impacted the entire business I was in, so it was really important that I highlighted that. And the way I wanted to highlight it was by giving it its own section. So let's go into this. So it says social media marketing intern. It has the date again. It has the name of the company and then New York City, which is where it is. So it says manage content, develop media plans, and update social media accounts, focusing on increasing awareness and community engagement. This right here is your impact. This says what she did. So sure, she did this and this and this, but why was she doing that? To increase awareness and community engagement. And then she set goals for different company products and strategized social media campaigns to increase sales. See, to increase sales. That's what her impact was. That's why she was doing what she was doing. And then analyze current web design to assist team on strategic decisions concerning the redesign of company website. So again, she says what she did, and then she added more details saying that those decisions were for the redesign of the company website. Now we go into her project, and her project is Instagram product competition. So it says drive increase in sales by hosting Instagram competition where small bloggers take a picture, and then it goes into the details. So this part, drive increase in sales, is the purpose of the competition. So she went ahead and started that. And I wanted to highlight this here in the sense that it doesn't have to be at the end. You can find ways to say it in the beginning. And the important thing is that you say it, that you say the purpose of whatever you were doing. And then right over here, competition led to a 25% increase in sales. So she said that the purpose of this thing was to increase sales. And then she finished with competition led to a 25% increase in sales. She said this was the purpose, this was the outcome, and it worked. It was successful. Then we have drove effort from end-to-end perspective, utilizing common project management practices. And then she goes into some project management practices. So here, without even saying anything, she's listing her skills. She's saying that she has requirement analysis, time estimation, and activity sequencing, which are project management skills. And then designed a winner post, which saw above average interactions and engagement by 5% on company Instagram page. So see, designed winner post on the company Instagram page, and it saw an above average interaction engagement by 5%. That's an impact, that's an outcome. And then we have a hurricane relief effort in Tallahassee, Florida. Then we have the date, because there's not really a role there. And volunteer with hurricane relief groups to distribute supplies to communities in need after Hurricane Irma. This, again, I took from my own resume. So I'm Puerto Rican, so when Hurricane Maria struck Puerto Rico, I actually did volunteer for hurricane relief groups. So this is exactly what I wrote in my resume. Okay, so Taylor has certifications. So you can also put awards if you don't have any certifications, or if you don't have either, you can just skip the step. But if you've also published something, if you have any publications, you would add them here. So adapt it to your experiences and what you have. So she has a certification in Content Marketing Institute certification, CMI University, and then the date of this certification. And then it goes into what the certification is. So super important. And then finally, we finish with the skills. Personally, I'm not a big fan of adding responsibility, punctual, and yada, yada, yada to your skills, because those are things that are expected of you. If you're applying to a job, you're expected to be responsible, you're expected to be punctual, you're expected to do all these things. Those are not really skills that are attractive to recruiters. Instead, you should say your software. What software do you know? So in her case, she knows Power BI, Scoro, Asana, Microsoft Office, and basic knowledge of Photoshop. Some people do put their experience level with these softwares. You don't have to. You can just say it when they ask you about it, but some people do it. And then languages, English and Spanish, which are languages I speak. But if you speak more languages, put them in here. If you just speak one language, then you shouldn't put any. You shouldn't put 8 languages. Okay, so this is Taylor's resume.
Now that you've seen Taylor's resume, are you ready to do yours? I have created the perfect resume template for you, ready to edit. All you have to do is plug in your information, and feel free to adapt it to your experiences by adding sections, eliminating sections, editing titles, just fit it for your experiences. This is your resume. Keep it in the same structure. To download this template, just click the link in the description box below. I have a whole series coming up about how to nail that job interview, so be sure to watch out for those. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. If you found this video helpful to you in any way, share it with a friend and you can nail those job interviews together. And no matter how cheesy this sounds, don't forget to be authentic. Have a great day.